A song that you never heard before. The volume. Here they come and get wicked. Here we go again.
Ace Kennedy, my brother from, wait a minute.
Hey.
Man, got a professor. My other brother from another mother. What's happening?
Yeah, what's going on with you, bro?
Hey, I'm great. I'm glad I get some special guests 2 times in a row. Fan favorite, people's champ.
And you got your shirt on. I appreciate that.
You still look like a vampire, though.
Hey, look here. So I got so many new friend requests after I showed my fantastic body. All right. I got a lot of friend requests that I liked, and I got some that scared me. I friended them all. Come on, I'll take them all. I'll take them all.
Say he looks like a vampire, bro.
He look like an extra from Vampire in Brooklyn. Or,
no, not Vampire in Brooklyn.
No, not Vampire in Brooklyn. But
interview with the vampire.
There you go. There you see. Look, he even knew he knew.
I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. I know what look I'm going for.
You know who he looked like? That boy look up here looking like Gangrel
from wrestling.
We're gonna do this.
Look, he knew you was talking about there. That's why he couldn't even say nothing. Let's get this music up. We got so much to talk about.
Hey, am I on here with the Milk Dud crew? Look here, Milk Duds. We're not gonna do this. Can we just get back? Can we just have a good show? Let's
listen, man. Let's get that music going one time.
Come on, one more time for the people.
All right, now.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast. The greatest podcast.
Can you dig it, sucker?
The Slash Brothers Podcast. The greatest podcast of all time.
Yep.
I mean, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the Slash Brothers YouTube and Facebook page. Shout out to the boy Mark Nurse checking in early out here, though. Ace Kennedy, Chris Top, the bad guy. What's good, fellas?
What's good, bro?
Hey, man. Right off the cuff, another one bites the dust.
What you talking about?
Dale Curry and Steph Curry's mom divorce, bro. Like, what we doing? But like,
hey,
man, they've been married for 30 years. Over 30. Listen, I got to be over 30 years. If Steph is 30.
Listen, Steph mama about to get scooped up so quick, bro.
Listen, okay. I don't.
Mama scooped up.
Beyonce mama is scooped up.
Big fan.
Hey, but listen, it was the first thing that came to my mind because listen, there was a point where I thought Steph Curry's mama looked finer than his own wife. So when I'm seeing it, I'm thinking like, yo, but I died laughing though, man, because there was a post. Shout out to my girl Dana checking in, and then and the boy Trey Watts, right? They had a post that I fell out laughing with his guys, giving some advice to keep them together. Sounds like a young guy. Young cat is out here like, listen, man, y'all need to go ahead and figure this whole thing out. Because whatever y'all think y'all issues are, y'all ain't ready for what's out here. He was like, y'all is not ready for what's happening out here.
Come on, man. Man, that alone. I don't like dating, okay? Man, I love dating, but I hate dating. Internet dating, going to the club, like things are so different. And I just been in a relationship, 3 years now?
Yeah.
And every once in a while, I'll jump out and act like I'm single. just to see what it is. And I run home. I said, baby, I was just playing. It's so crazy out there, bro.
Let me tell you what this dude said. Let me tell you the funny thing what this dude said, right? So this is a dude replying to a radio station's post. He said, let me tell you something. He said, y'all don't want to be out here. You think you want to be out here because you're not out here. When you get out here, you ain't going to want to be out here no more. These are all individual posts, right? He says, last time you was out here was different. He said, you thinking something better. I come to let you know the best you going to get is what you already got. He says, I don't know why you don't want to. He said, I don't know why you don't want to do the work. You going to come out here and ain't going to like it. He says, all they do is start podcasts and talk about plate fixing. He says, 14 minutes being out here, you're going to start seeing these females. And then he says, if you can make it work, do so. He said, you don't want to be out here learning TikTok dances and falling off milk crates. He says, love the wife of your youth. He says, but they want rounds now. Y'all better pray about coming out here. Then he says, you think it's a game till you in the middle of 60,000 people at a party and she pointing her finger at you, rapping hard Flo Milli lyrics. Listen, I don't even know I've never heard a Flo Milli song. It says, do you like turmeric, charcoal ice cream? You better learn to like it. It says, you don't know nothing about sneaky link. He said, now you knocking on the door of a 22-year-old girl with 3 roommates because she got a side piece. You're going to be wearing a hottie shirt by he said, you're going to be wearing a hottie shirt by Thanksgiving. You better ask your wife for forgiveness. He said, you better listen to Lemonade and pray about it. He says, you don't got the cholesterol to be out here, which I fell out laughing when I heard that part, right? He said, they not eating butter pecan out here no more. Bluebell ain't out here. He says, you don't know what group chat is, you better learn because you finna be the subject. And he says, do you know how to make mimosas? What you know about Tulum? Which is funny because I went out to Tulum. He said, these people are 60% crab leg, 30% iced coffee, and 10% vape pens. He said, beloved, whatever went wrong, go back and make it right. He says, they pegging out here, which I fell out laughing when I saw that. He said, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to prepare you. These are children of Rihanna born into the fire of chaos. You ready to leave your wife of 30 years till you wake up and your body is surrounded by rose quartz and moon water. Simple message. Dale Curry. Go be a family man, dog. I fell out laughing when I saw this, man. I was in real life tears behind this, man.
Yeah. Because I'm telling you, bro, she gonna get scooped up so quick.
Is it him? She fouled, but is it him?
I don't know. But at the same time, it don't matter. She's still gonna get scooped up.
I am reminded of a great Garth Brooks song. That the man left and the woman shook herself off. And like I said, and the rest of the song is basically the man is missing what he had and she done up and she gone.
She done glowed up.
Man. Something years though, he gotta feel like I know exactly what I'm walking away from.
Yeah.
You never miss your water till the well goes dry.
What if it ain't good water? What if that water ain't good no more?
Oh yeah, hey, man. First off, y'all know I am the expert on being divorced, and Christopher Lee, the bad guy, will probably never, ever be divorced again. If I do, believe me, there was a financial settlement. It's neither here nor there, gentlemen.
You ain't the only one that's been divorced, there, sir.
First off, don't do that. Don't do that, Ahmad. I freaking love you, Ace, and you stay in your lane. You are the most happiest, marriedest guy I've ever seen. When you were divorced, you were already looking to marry 6 other women. You are made to be married. You are made to be married. Don't you ever jump into a divorce conversation again. Okay? This is my lane. I'm the bad guy. I talk divorces.
All right.
You talk bars.
Okay, so since you brought it up, I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Go ahead with it.
Right? Fresh off the divorce. My boy came out here for my graduation party.
All right. Really? Come on, bro.
Come on, tell it.
My boy was doing some all-time A1 level caking out here on this phone. boy.
Come on,
This
man.
boy had already had that new thing lined on up, and it
Come
was
on,
some
man.
A1 caking. Now, mind you, it worked out because everything he had planned set in motion.
Wait, he told you about the date in the boom boom room? He told you about the date in the boom boom
But
room.
listen, this was some A1 caking. I'm talking about caking that you would have never seen. It went to other heights. High level, professional level caking. The whole entire time, bro.
So what we're saying is, Ace Kennedy, you have no idea what divorce really means. So please.
I think he does, though, bro. I think he is someone who I would go to for at that kind of previous experience.
I get what you're saying, though.
So how long was he divorced? How long was he divorced?
A year.
Okay. How long have I been divorced?
I don't know, 6 years.
1,000. It doesn't matter.
You've been divorced for so long that your divorce has almost washed off of your credit report.
First off, most people don't even know I was married.
Yes. So that's
people be forgetting I was married.
Hey,
listen.
And I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't think I ever was divorced because I did the single apps and all that, and I never said I was divorced. I always said I was single.
So somewhere on an app, you never changed your status.
No. I went
you
from
on Christian
married.
Mingle.
I went
single.
I went from married to single.
He ain't even go to the divorce.
I didn't go to complicated. I got put in a complicated relationship one day on Facebook, and I was upset. Oh, how dare you? It's either all or none with me.
Hey, man. Yeah. So, Chris, you put us on to the show, bro. What you think about it?
Which show are we talking about? I'm sorry.
Heels.
I ain't see. Don't do that. That's not on topics. Was that on topics? It's on topics.
It's not on the topics. This is off the top. Y'all ain't watch.
No.
It's the show with Steven.
Yes, I know the wrestling show. He's talking about the wrestling show. The brothers.
Heels. No, I haven't seen it yet.
So listen. When it comes to new shows, I let 3 shows build up. I gotta watch them back to back to see if I like it. So I don't want to waste time. So that's
it's 2 episodes there. You need to wait because
give me one more and then we can.
Yeah, because the next week somebody special is showing up and so.
Yeah, look. We could have talked Raising Canaan. I've been watching Power 3.
I ain't watched Power 3 yet.
I like it, bro. Yeah, I like
it. Man,
it's
my baby just made me her man crush Monday, and she said this is my own personal symphony.
I'll catch up.
There's a dude in there. I said, brother, dude, he do got a little bony to him. You know what I'm talking about? He did.
I'm not gonna hold you, bro. He's like the quintessential light skinned dude from the '90s, bro. Like, he's like there was a one point, man, where there was a light skinned dude in all of the R&B girl videos, and he looks like the dude. Like he looks like a tall Shamar Moore.
Yeah.
But
I ain't
gonna hold you though, Ace. It's dope. I like it so much.
I'm gonna watch
and he's killing it with the Black history of New York.
Oh, yeah. He's talking that. He's talking that.
The last thing off topic. For those of you guys who do watch wrestling, you know me, Charlie, and Boney are super duper into wrestling. This past Friday, my boy CM Punk returned to AEW. Me and Charles tried to tell y'all. We tried to tell y'all AEW was doing big things, bro. We tried to tell y'all. Big Show, Mark Henry, Cody Rhodes, Dean Ambrose, which is now John Moxley, Christian,
Neville,
the U.S. champion over there, Miro, yeah. I'm telling you, bro, AEW getting it right, brother.
So the question is, do they last, or does Vince buy them out?
Not gonna happen.
They're not
gonna happen, bro.
Listen, they're not gonna do that.
Tony Khan owns the Jaguars, bro. He ain't going nowhere, and that's the reason.
Tony Khan is a bigger millionaire than Vince, so it ain't like a buying you out. And plus, I think that a lot of these guys have certain grievances with the WWE to where even if they did bought it, I can see those guys walking away and saying, I would rather go independent or go to New Japan, go to Impact and build those up rather than go back. Like
ain't
some
going
of
to
these
WWE,
guys,
bro.
yeah, I don't see any of these guys going back at all.
So that leads me into, I know we were done, but off the topics. Brittany, it was good. See you down there, girl. Everybody, see y'all. I've been seeing a lot of, they say, hey, everybody's getting hired for these bonuses. Everybody's getting bonuses to get hired. And they said, but you're not paying anybody any extra that stayed with you through COVID, that stayed working with you. You're not giving them any incentives. It's a big thing going on right now. Say, hey, everybody wants to hire all these new people. Oh, we'll give you this. But the people that was holding it down, you ain't saying nothing to them. I don't know if it's true.
What's funny? I got to be honest with you, bro. I never thought about that in terms of the people who are considered essential workers. I don't know what the process is with, the people, let's just say who they get. Usually the people who are essential, retail workers, grocery store workers, the ones that are essential, they kind of almost qualify the people who are essential workers. People making around $15 an hour or less, right? And you're now trying to incentivize people to come join your company to be frontline essential workers, right? But then it's like you have had these people who've been around through COVID, and my thing is that they could have rolled out, they could have took the unemployment, but they showed up. So how I never thought about that, bro. Where's their bonus?
I think it's simple as a bonus. Now, like I said, I don't know too much about it. It just kind of hit my timeline yesterday, and I was like, man, that's cold-blooded. And being a business owner too myself, I pay good money to the people that stick with me. You know what I'm saying? All my Air Force valets know that. My loyal ones stay with me. Now, if you want to do the big jobs, you don't get to do the big jobs if you didn't do the hard job. But I was just curious to make sure I want to put that out there. It's a heck of a topic. What's next? Brittany.
Yeah, but
Brittany's in it.
Listen, but you do bring up a good point, right? Because I think that one of the things that we had on deck to talk about in terms of COVID, and this is a good thing because you talk about employment statuses, right? Brittany Rowe jumped in the comments right when we was getting ready to jump off on last week, and she said she had a comment that says, and we put as our question of the day. It said, "Do degrees still matter?" Or is it experience, trade, skills? Is that the new wave of these new millennials, zennials, or whatever their titles are now? These boys who get sensitive and offensive about everything. But ultimately, though, man, is that because I think that when it comes down to just the scenario that you mentioned, though, Chris, right? Like you have your job, and your job, I'm going to assume, wasn't threatened. Like you was going to have something to come back to, right? And I don't know if you necessarily even, was impacted by COVID like that from your work perspective. Ace, you was in work every day still. You haven't changed your routine throughout COVID at all, though. So I'm just kind of wondering, like, I was fortunate enough and blessed enough to have not been impacted by COVID, but I would love to hear from y'all. Degrees important still these days, or is it experience, trade?
I'm gonna give it to Ahmad first because I can talk about this all night. So I'm gonna give it to Ahmad first.
Okay, so for me, yes, absolutely. The job that I work in, a degree does make a difference. The thing is, yes, obviously experience, but again, from my job too, the other thing is military experience is what kind of gets you in the door. So for my job, it's not necessary, but I'm gonna tell you, it does help put you in front of the list when you're talking about this person has military experience, this person has military experience, this person has this person has a good resume, this has a good resume, but they have a degree. That's gonna get you to look.
Brittany Rose says, so I personally don't think that the paper means a lot. It says, I went to college for 3.5 years and got my bachelor's degree, and my boyfriend got a bachelor's degree at OCU. Even though he has the paper, he couldn't get a job unless he had experience to go with it. Says, I have no paper and tons of experience that can get a higher position than him. That is interesting. He has a lot of student debt and I have none. I don't know him, but I have. Chris, I'm gonna let you respond before I respond to Brittany Rowe.
Well, because I was just going. Okay, go ahead, Chris. I was just going to say,
go ahead, Mom.
Industry that they might be in that might, because yes, people do want experience, but it could be very much the industry as well. But
so
I don't know what his degree is.
Here is the winning answer. Here's the winning answer, everyone. Here's the winning answer. It all goes into what you want to do for a living and who you want to do it for. If you want to go work for someone that requires to know that you're good at that work, you're going to have to give them something that shows you know how to do it. If you want the money, if you want me to pay you because you put butts in seats, you got to show me that you can put butts in seats before I pay you off your word. So college, usually, if you say, hey, I got a degree, okay? So if I'm going to a doctor, a dentist, an engineer, certain things, I need to know that you went and studied and you got certified and you've been tested. There's those things. So if you take that career field and you're doing that, then yes, you need a degree, right? Now, let's change the tables. If you're just a carpenter and you've been working with your dad for a long time and you and your dad been doing this and your dad died and you went and had this job and now you want to hang your shingle out. Well, what kind of paper do you get for that? You just say, no, I built that building. I built that building. You see my porch, I built that. Well, now I go off your experience and your work. But I tell everyone that says, Chris, what should I tell my child to do? You tell your child to look down and see what they really want to do. Do they want to work for themselves or do they want to work for someone else? Because if you want to work for someone else, usually that person is going to want some type of experience from you, something to show your worth, or you have to come in an entry-level position, which is cool. Either way, depending on how hard you want to hustle. But do you want to work for yourself or do you want to work for someone else? Because it doesn't take nothing for you to say, I'm going to go out here and do this. I'm going to go out here and wash cars. Nobody's going to ask you for a degree if you're washing cars, if you're hustling, if you're cutting the lawn. You know what they're going to go off of? They're going to go off your reputation. They're going to go off how you look. Did you show up on time? Are you professional? There's no degrees for that. And I don't think there was ever a day that we had to have a degree, but it just got to the point where media told us, if you wanted these big jobs, you needed to get a degree. But most of the richest people I know never had a degree.
Well, here's the thing. I think that concept, though, of about the degrees is different because I think that the concept of go to school and get the degree gets you a good paying job that comes back from the 70s, maybe early 80s. Even if you want to go back, this was after this. You think about it. This happens after civil rights, after affirmative action. And the idea is that by you having this degree, it used to be that you get this degree and it at the end of the day, it gets you this high paying job so that even if you did have student loans, that the degree affords you the higher paying job to where you got this lifestyle now that this degree has afforded you to where the student loan becomes a small ticket to get that lifestyle though, right?
When is the last time you looked at college fees?
Well, listen, that's my point. The last time I looked at college fees was the last time I was in college.
So, and what I'm saying is there's almost as much college fees as there is your tuition. You pay damn near as much for all these college fees and stuff than you'll ever pay. I mean, it's for your tuition because they figured it out that, hey, they ran the gambit. And they figured it out that, hey, if people want to get these jobs, they got to have a college degree. Well, and then Brittany says it. Just because you have a college degree doesn't mean you get that money. There's only a certain amount of jobs where you're going to walk in getting good money. Like she said, there's a lot of people that have 4-year degrees that still are only making $30,000.
Chris, I understand that though, and I think that can be all true. Here's where this is the way that I can only explain this from my standpoint, right? The way I look at it is like this, though, right? I went to school an unconventional way, right? So I was going to school part-time, working full-time. So that by the time I actually finished up college and had my degree, my experience and my degree met at that crossroad where I was already there. At the same time, though, Chris Top, I got to be completely honest with you, though, man. I think that to me, it's interesting though, man, because this is the one thing I would tell somebody about Atlanta, right? And I tell people this, and I mean this in all sincerity and in all due respect to whatever somebody's background and experience is, right? In Atlanta, if you are a hustler, there is an opportunity for you. If it's an opportunity to be made anywhere, it is in Atlanta. And here's a catch to that. People move to Atlanta all the time. I moved to Atlanta. I'm not from here. There's so many transplants that move to Atlanta. And the thing about moving to Atlanta is this. You might think you're a hustler. And whatever you do, if you're a chef, you want to start your own business, you want to start a catering business, you can do it in Atlanta. It'll give you the opportunity, right? If you're a baker, you want to start your own, whatever, it'll give you the opportunity to do whatever you want to do is in Atlanta. But if you're not a hustler, you get exposed in Atlanta real quick. So if you got a degree, right, of you done went to college for it, you got your degree, it's like if it's just because you have your degree doesn't mean that you're a hustler though, right? A hustler with the degree is gonna make it work. And so for me though, bro, it's like there was never gonna be, and listen, don't get me wrong, I'm very much blessed, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it's all on me as far as why I feel where I'm at in life with living in Atlanta. But I can tell you though, man, with Charlie Venus with a degree is nothing if I don't have the hustle. And at the end of the day, I think that to me, I could never see myself sitting here in Atlanta with $15,000, $20,000 of student loans and just sitting around and not doing anything about it. It's like, so I think that there's more of the intangibles that come with it. I do think that certain fields, IT, for example, shout out to the homie Melvin that said the exact same thing. I think in the IT field, having a degree is one thing, but the certifications is what gets you the long bread. But you have to have both, because you can have the certifications without the degrees. You can have the degrees without the certifications. But to be on the top,
you're going to reach something. One of them's going to hold you back.
Right.
Let me
geographically, though. Atlanta. Listen, though, Chris, I'll tell you this, and I'm gonna pass it over. But Atlanta, bro, it doesn't matter what it is that you're doing in life. The opportunity to do it and do it well and excel at it is here in Atlanta. But if you don't got the hustle, it will show you. And that's it. I've known people who moved to Atlanta and then people who moved away, right? And then it's just because you gotta be a hustler in Atlanta, though, bro. At whatever it is you do.
So I want to clear something up. Chris Weston does not say you have to go to college. Chris Weston does not say you shouldn't go to college. I say you need to learn who you are. So mind you, last show, Chris got 3 kids in college. One goes to a big university and he stays on campus. That bill is almost $15,000. Boom. Got another kid that goes to community college. That bill is $1,800. Then I got another kid in Georgia, out of state tuition. I'm not even gonna tell you how much that boy's bill is. Okay. Now, all these bills I am willing to pay as long as my kids show me that they're hustling and they're ready to work. But my kids know where their father and their mother comes from. I come from a trade school. I went to the service. I got a trade. And I learned my trade well. And when I learned my trade and I looked over and seen people doing what I was doing but getting the same amount, getting 4 times the money, I said, hey, man, why are they getting paid that much? He said, oh, well, Chris, they can do this. I said, but I do that for them. Yeah, but they put their name on what you do. What I got to do, put my name on it. Well, you can take 10 more years of doing it this way, and eventually you'll get some good money. Or you can go over there and show us that you are smart enough to put your name on it. So what did Chris do? Chris went to Rose State Community College. Shout out to Rose. And then he shot over to UCO and got the degree in the field that he worked in to get that money. Now, my children know their father's story. My children know if they get to college and they get to playing around and switching degree plans and well, Dad's going to back away because it's obvious you at college to play because there is something to do. There is something to play. I try to tell everyone, oh, I got to pay $30,000 for my kid to go to school. I said, no, you do not. I know where you live. You live in Atlanta. You live in Oklahoma City. You live in Dayton. They have great community colleges there. And those first years of college is damn near the same for everybody. We all took the same 8 classes. We all took the same. So I say again, I need to see the drive in the person. A college degree can never hurt you if you go in there to get the degree. But if you're going to college to party and have a good time, you should do what me and Snoopy did and just show up at the colleges and go to the parties. Because we was at the college.
Yeah. I'm an alumni of UCO and I ain't went there a day in my life.
Come on, man. Say that again.
And listen, man, I'm going to tell you how my aunt told me when it comes to me and mine, right? My aunt told me that, and she was a Venus originally, and she is a Nelson now, right? She told me, she said, listen, I don't care what my kids do in life, but as a Nelson, you get degrees. We get degrees around here. You can go off. My cousin is a very successful life insurance agent. I got another cousin who does something else that they do whatever. But at the end of the day, you get a degree as a Nelson. So for me, it's like, all right, Landon, you can go off and you can be whatever you want to do in life. I'm someone who doesn't. I'm a firm believer, though, bro, that, just exactly what you said, that when you go to college to figure out what I don't necessarily think that you go to college to get paid more money, get this good job, unless that's your goal, right? But at the same time, I think that going to college and finishing college to me shows a couple of things, right? To me, it shows that you went and you was able to commit to something, right? Even as a young 18, 20-year-old, at the 21-year-old, you were committed to getting this degree. So I looked at that as in terms of saying, okay, well, yeah, you know what? Then after that, you should be able to do it. Listen, I just think that to me, I don't think that college is ever a bad thing unless you don't apply yourself afterwards. It doesn't stop there. But I agree with you, though, Chris, stopping that. I'm not going to sit here. Now I'm paying for school, right? It was one thing in high school, where it was free for me to go. Now you mean tell me I got to pay to get D's? I got to pay to fail? What? Stop playing with me, bro.
Yeah. Bro, listen, we can stay on this for forever. We got
more talk about this all night. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you for the topic.
Great question.
We need to send Brittany a T-shirt on that. Put it on my tab. That was a great question.
And man, listen. Speaking of, we were talking about COVID though, man. And on the last time we had the pod, we were talking, and I think maybe just before, that girl said, "I got to pay to get D's, boy." No, that's what I said. You got to pay to get D's. You got to pay to get D's. Listen, when we last met, I think since we last met, right? The FDA has came back, and I think at the time the FDA had approved of a third booster shot. And the thing that I was tripped out on is that I had been kind of waffling about getting the vaccination because part of me was saying, "Wait a minute, you mean to tell me that the FDA is approving a third booster shot, but the FDA has yet to put their cosign, their seal of approval on any of the vaccinations?" Since then, just a couple of days later, they come back and say, "Hey, this gets our official seal. We basically co-signed the effectiveness of this vaccination for fighting your body fighting COVID, not getting rid of it." Does that change your view on vaccinations or where you stand on people getting vaccinations? It's their right. You could do. How do y'all feel? Does this make you feel differently now that the FDA has approved it?
No, it doesn't change my opinion whatsoever. My thing is that I still feel it is everybody's personal responsibility on what they are choosing to do. I had a sidebar conversation with one of our watchers. I won't name names, but we were having a discussion and they were saying that the reason why they aren't getting the vaccine is because of the fact that they have gotten sick from the flu vax. And the flu and COVID have certain things in it that some of the ingredients that may be similar. But the whole point is that they was like, listen, I got life insurance. If anything were to happen to me, my kids are going to be straight, this, that, and the other. But at the same time, I'm just so sick of how people look at me because of the fact that I am not getting it, as though just because I'm not getting it, that I'm an anti-vaxxer. And that's the truth that I'm trying to get out there. Even like, yes, I have the vaccine and we've already talked about my reasons for getting it, but I was not one of those when I didn't have it. I wasn't an anti-vaxxer. My point from day one has been, do what you feel is going to make you and your family safe. Period.
Great. That's great. I've had every vaccine that I've been recommended to get outside of the flu shots. I used to get it for a second when I was in the military, then I stopped because
Same here.
They were almost redundant. This new vaccine is a new science. It's a new science. There's no similar to this mRNA or whatever they're called to the regular vaccines we get. Again, I am a quality manager of a couple of laboratories, so I know a little bit. Know just a little bit about enough. So all I tell people about the vaccines is I am just watching to see what this new science is doing. And the vaccine's been around 8 months, if that. And I've already had COVID. I survived COVID. And if the D variant, which from what I understand, if I'm listening to the same people that are telling me that the vaccine is so great, it isn't as deadly, but it's more contagious. So, and again, never been an anti-vaxxer in my life. I still don't consider myself an anti-vaxxer. I'm just not in a rush to get in the front of the line. I don't fear a lot of things. I'm 40 years old. I was born in 1980. I survived the crack epidemic, heroin. I was in a gang. I was a drug dealer for 2 days. I've made love a few times without a condom. So yeah, if the D variant takes me out, then that was bad. Put that on my tombstone. That was a bad virus. With that being said, I encourage any and all people that want it, that need it, that need the confidence that a vaccine gives you. Yes, ma'am, I'm gonna survive. I will survive. The confidence that a vaccine gives you, please take it. When people talk about the herd and all that stuff, I'm listening. I listen. And it's okay. Like I say, I don't understand the bullies. America swears they're anti-bullies, but they bully anything when you don't go with the crowd.
Right.
And like I say, most of the times I go against the crowd for the joke. This is the first time I really go in with the crowd because I just say, hey, I'm not in a hurry. And I don't think I'm going against the crowd. It's just like I'm over here. And if anybody really knows me, I'm always over here. I'm never with the crowd. And I'm just watching. I'm waiting to see. They say, Chris, well, what are you waiting for? 11:30. I'm going to pitch a bitch at 11:30. That's a Richard Pryor joke. Y'all have to get that later. Anyway, what I'm saying is eventually someone's going to come down and show me, hey, Chris, this is really helping. You and yours are the last ones. You're the holdout. You're the problem. But the way I understand vaccines, and I'll say it again, I work in laboratories. I happen to be a quality manager of 4. I kind of understand just a little bit how vaccines work. And me and let me say this. Half of my children are vaccinated, the other half aren't. And again, we're healthy. Half of us have had COVID, and half of us haven't.
Right. And the other thing too, brother, is that I don't like when people bully you. What they'll say is like somebody close and personal to them has fallen very, very, very ill to it, and then be trying to push you like, see, y'all got to get vaccinated because of this. Like, listen, it affects people differently. But our jobs, we work for the government, right? And our job is basically saying, okay, they're trying to get into effect that if we don't take it, that we'll have to be tested every 2 days.
As long as it's on their dime.
Oh, it's going to be on their dime, but that's their bottleneck system of trying to make sure that we get vaccinated.
Are they doing the swab up your nose? Are they doing the throat? Because that swab up your nose, they try to touch the bottom of your brain, bro.
Yeah, hey, bro, I've had it 3 times. You got to remember, I take trips. So I go to places and I gotta have the test to get into where I want to go. Brittany said, how do you guys feel about having a card to get into restaurants and stuff?
Stupid.
I treat that the same way when I see that I can't bring my pistol in. You tell me I can't bring my pistol, I won't patronize you. So if I have to have a vaccine, I won't patronize you. It's okay. I know how to cook. There's not too many places that I have to go outside of. Never mind, I ain't gonna tell you that. There's not too many places I have to go where that's why I'm going to get a vaccine. What would you do when they start?
I'm going to be honest with you, though, man. I think that is where I'm not even concerned about myself. I'm more along the lines of where Sonia is going with it, right? Like, my thing is that there are certain vaccinations that are required for you to enroll your kid in almost any school in the United States. And I know that there are some certain provisions that you can say that for religious reasons, whatever, you know what I'm saying, you would get them. I get that and everything like that. But by and large, there are certain, you got to have your shots and your shot records and all this other stuff. So you know what? That's the part that I'm thinking that if my son has to get it, then why wouldn't I just go ahead and get it as well? I'm not. You can't be. I guess that's the thing about it. You can't. It's required, right? It's those shots are basically immunization are required for you to enroll. So how would that be any differently, right?
So there have been a lot of vaccinations that have been required to enter school for a long time, and parents have been getting around it if they feel necessary. I don't think this is one of those vaccines where I'm going to go and get a waiver so Tap can go to school. If it gets down that far, Tap, and again, Tap won't get nothing that his dad won't get first. Let's clear this up. If Tap does have to get it, I will get it first.
Well, see, that's what happened with me, right?
Oh yes, sir. I understand your story.
Yeah.
And again, I don't fault anyone for getting it. And like I say, outside of the people, or the anti-vaxxers or the vaccine people, I've never been on either side. You know what I mean? And so now that they be, and then every once in a while, mind you, what is it called? HIPAA. It's HIPAA. I don't know how you think you get to ask me what my medical history is. Because sworn there was laws against that. But okay, someone said, Chris, have you been vaccinated? I said, well, have you been fucked in the ass?
Right. 100.
Sorry, guys. Sorry for cussing. But that's how I talk.
How personal you want to get in my business.
That's what I'm saying. You want to get in my business? We're going to get to know each other. Let's get to know each other. So I'm just saying, when it comes to, because Black Sonia, I did that to you. Black Sonia asked what happens when it's mandatory for schools. Well, Christopher Lee Weston Jr., he took it upon himself to go get the vaccination. He called me. I was on the beach. He said, "Hey, Dad, where's the insurance card?" I said, "What's up?" He said, "Where's the insurance card?" I told him where the insurance card was. I was like, "What you need the insurance card for?" He said, "Oh man, I'm about to go get vaccinated." This was April. I said, "What you going to get vaccinated for?" He said, "Oh man, ain't nobody stopping me from going back to campus in August." You see what I'm saying? Because I made him sit down. I made him stay home second semester. Because I said, "Hey man, you in my online classes anyway. I'm not paying for you to lay in that dorm and do what you do up there, you little nasty." So he took that and he looked me dead in my face. And he didn't say me because I might have fought him. He said, "But ain't nobody gonna stop me from going to campus." I said, "Well, did your school say you had to have it?" He said, "Nah, but I feel like they're going to." And sure enough, July, they came down and said, "Hey, you do not have to have it to attend, but if you want to live on campus, you have to have it." There's another vaccination that he has to get, meningitis, what's that called? Meningitis. He got to get that vaccination. Well, see, the difference is meningitis has been around for a long time. That vaccination has been shown and proven. This vaccination that everyone keeps saying that we need to go get to save everybody, they can't tell me what that vaccination is stopping me from. They say, "Chris, if you get this vaccination," I said, "What? I won't get COVID?" No. You'll still get COVID. I said, "Okay. So I won't die?" No, you could still die. But if you get it, there's a good chance that you won't get it as bad. And that's not That's not enough for me.
That's not enough for somebody who has already had COVID.
Yeah. So, and I say again, given the fact of my job, and also because I don't sleep and I watch those blue screens, and they say, hey, if you were affected by this and this and this, or you took this and this and this, call this law firm or call this law firm because there's an action sheet. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be in that line too. Now, what happens when they make me go get it? What happens when they make me go get it? I get to say, oh, yeah. I'm suing more than just the manufacturer. I get to sue the United States government. I get to sue the federal government for forcing me to get it because I'm your employee. Now, when something's wrong and now I got to walk with the slimp or I got to take this pill for the rest of my life, somebody's got to pay me. So in the words of Robert De Niro, F that, pay me. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
You got any other final words on that, Charlie?
No, man. You know, I think that, like I said, I think that for me, I'm very much pro-choice. I think that my thing is that, like, I still haven't quite felt. Like I said, I haven't gotten to that point where my head and my heart is synced up for me to want to go ahead and get it. I still have my reservations, and I think as long as I have my reservations, I think that I have to be all the way on for me to go ahead and do something like that, though, man. But I would love to take the wait and see approach, right? And everybody was saying, "Oh, well, you just wait and see if you get it. If you get it, then whatever. And then if you don't, so I would want to say I would feel more comfortable with taking the vaccination maybe next year. Once I see if all y'all haven't turned into zombies and have to get picked off with headshots. Walking Dead is back on, by the way.
5 years. 5 years.
That's that.
Like, 5 years.
I do want to see let that thing breathe some. Yeah, man, let that thing breathe some. So I don't want to feel like I'm, and I know that I wouldn't be in the first wave to sign up. I do think there's certain people who, probably should get it, given their pre-existing conditions, who probably just their immunes aren't built for, to deal with some of my dad, right? My dad he checks every single box of the warnings for pre-existing, every single one. It made sense for him to be the first one in line. So, but fortunate enough, I'm not there yet. So I don't think that I'm not in a rush, but I do feel like when it comes to the kids, because, they're in person now, right? And so to get back to that norm, I'm thinking like every day I'm exposing my son more and more. So I feel like that's where it makes me waffle. Like I would want to protect him, but then if I protect him, shouldn't I also lead by example? Let me jump on out there. So I'm waffling right now though, man. But yeah,
my only thing is this, bro.
Yeah,
if you vaccinated, stop looking at folks unvaccinated like they lepers, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing I hate.
Scarlet letter, like they got the scarlet letter.
Listen, Ace, I'm waffling and I'm looking like one of them people doing the milk crate challenge. I'm standing on the top and I'm getting there and I'm just shaking and I'm waffling one way or the other.
One thing before we jump,
ain't balanced.
Before we jump to the milk crate challenge, Brittany said something. Well, I'm telling you, I want to give her a gold star. She said the way people feel about forcing to get a vaccine is how women feel about abortion and taking that choice away.
I put that comment up. I put it up.
That was a little heavy. I'm gonna tell you right now. That was heavy.
Now, Charlie. Charlie left me hanging because we talked about it. And he was gonna go get it, and then after I got mine, he was like, "Hey, bro, I ain't getting it."
I said, "No."
Chief,
and the reason why
Chief,
he had it scheduled.
The FDA approved it. This happened. I had it scheduled the day that the FDA approved of the third shot. That's when I was like, "Nah, something don't sit right with me." Let me, because then I'm thinking, why do you approve the third shot? Right,
they approved the third shot because it's going to become the flu vaccine. That's what it's going to be like.
And guess what? I don't get the flu vaccine, so I'm okay. I'm okay.
Listen, so I felt like when I saw that, I felt like when you see them real rats, I was clapping. I was like, why are y'all approving the third shot and y'all ain't even approving the whole thing? I was,
Hey, chill out, man. I'm worse. I said, wait. In Ohio, they was giving away $1 million in the lottery if you got the vaccine. In Kansas City, they was giving out $50. They was giving away free dinners. I said, man, I've never seen a vaccine be so publicized. It's just.
I got one. Go ahead, Ace. Because I'm just gonna say, blow your mind with this one.
I'm waiting for Blue Cross Blue Shield to send me my $50 right now.
I got that in the sale. They said get your incentive.
Let me tell you. Okay, here, check me out. Check this out. Is Jeff Bezos vaccinated?
I don't know.
Okay, here's what I'm wondering. What if this? Okay. So hear me out. What if conspiracy theory here, right? Jeff Bezos is one of the top 3 richest people in the world, and this man is always trying to go into space. Now he is trying to go, like he is adventurous. Okay, all these billionaires, more billionaires, are talking about going into space, right? What if they know something and they're trying to get the hell out of Dodge, bro? Maybe what if, right? Think about this. Jeff Bezos, top 3 richest people in the world, is risking it all to go into space. What if while they're giving these vaccinations out, what if Jeff Bezos is trying to plan this escape to get off the planet and wants to be able to have a practice run?
Ahmad, you want to answer first?
And by tripping,
go ahead, bro.
This is a reach on the conspiracy.
All I say to that is Jeff Bezos is a very intelligent man, and he doesn't look like a survivor. So go to Mars, go wherever you want to go, Jeff. But I am I'm an East End baller from St. Joseph, Missouri. I was born by the river in a little tent. So, I mean, they've been trying to take me out before I was born, baby. You understand me? So if the virus is how they gonna get me,
I think that Jeff Bezos, it seems like he's trying to prep for a worst case scenario, bro. Like, listen,
he's a sissy.
He might
get out of here.
Well, listen, Jeff, listen, but don't get me wrong. No, I can't let you jump on Jeff Bezos. He ain't my cousin. But listen, Jeff Bezos got it out the mud, bro. I respect his hustle enough.
Hey, I was making a joke. Man, first off, man, don't be mad at me because your uncle got a peg leg. I'm just saying, if he's too scared to swim, get out the water. Okay.
Well, listen, he's practicing.
Exactly. So no, the reality is,
I love Amazon package on the way, bro.
I think as far as this podcast goes, I am the oldest Amazon Prime member on this podcast. Ahmad, I've been an Amazon Prime member since the AKA. Go back and check it. The AKA signed me up. You remember? You know who the AKA is?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so think about that. That's
2003. I'm trying to think when I had mine though, bro.
2003.
I need to check.
Go back and check. I got a card. Look, I got a whole card.
I mean, listen, it just tells me that, like, why is he, listen, bro, like, at first I was thinking, like, oh, you know what, Jeff Bezos out here, he done got divorced, he living his best life, he out here flying in space, he doing all this other stuff, and then I'll just sit here thinking, like, wait a minute now, Jeff, what if you know something here that we don't know, right? What if you prepping, you practicing?
Where Warren Buffett at? Is Warren Buffett going?
Warren Buffett's too old, his heart can't take that kind of,
hey, but I'm listening right now, I trust Warren, so if Warren tell me to get it, I might listen.
Hey,
you see, I said Mike.
Yeah.
Chris, last pod you brought up something about hip hop. What was the question about hip hop?
Say again. The question about hip hop.
Yeah, then we were
talking about what
all heads and old people being.
Yeah, what came up was the term that hip hop is the young man's game, and what makes me very upset about that term is hip hop isn't old enough to be called a young man's game. Rock and roll, right? When rock and roll got started, they said it was for the kids. And the reality is rock and roll is for old people, okay? Hip hop, when you look at Dr. Dre, right? Too Short. These are the pioneers of hip hop around today. I know there's older people. Do not jump on here and tell me that there's older rappers. I know. What I'm saying is there is no such thing. There is no age limit for hip hop. Hip hop is in the streets. We're 40 years old, bro. and we're going to buy the next rap album out. You can't tell me, Chris, grow up. There is no grow up. Hip hop is the next generation of my culture. It's just another way. It's another form, because my culture actually provided you the majority of your genre music. So when you tell me that hip hop is a young man's game, I look at you and say, what you know about hip hop? What do you know about hip hop? I am hip hop.
I don't think necessarily that hip hop is a young man's game. I think music is a young man's game, meaning the way that the wave of the music goes, right? So even if you listen to like a Beyonce album, a Jay-Z album, a Drake album, right? These guys who are close to our age that are still doing it big, right? They still got the timbre of what the Migos brought in. So the trends of it.
But our culture, the African culture, everything we do is based in where we come from. Beyonce. If Beyonce is such a big deal, why are you remaking Frank and Maze?
Wait a minute. Beyonce.
Why do you redo? Why do you do Frank and Maze? You see what I'm saying?
It's a big deal. What are you talking about?
No, she is. No, chill out, Texas. Chill out, Texas. This ain't about Texas.
Okay.
God, you Texas boys, something else. Y'all so sensitive. God, listen. What
I'm
saying is, as big as Beyonce is, she redid Frank Beverly and Maze.
I understand that, Chris.
Because she keeps in touch with the culture, because that's what our culture is.
But listen, Chris, what I'm saying is the new wave of music, the timbre, the style, the way people are saying stuff. What's going on there, young man? And the way that things are going, all of the artists that we listen to, even if you listen to new Nas album, right? He's got some of that. Like, he's still Nas, he's still doing his thing, but he does have some songs where he's doing some stuff like the Migos would do it. That's all I'm saying as far as the way the movement of music is going.
Here's what I mean by when I say that. When I say hip hop is a young man's game, I honestly believe that as a rapper, the older you get, the better you get, right? Because you know more stuff. You've lived a longer life, so you have more experiences that you can rap on and rely on. The problem is, though, is when I say that it's a young man's game, I think that in terms of hip hop, I said it before, and I'll tap on this one again. With hip hop, you have a small window to be the hottest. I judge hip hop in terms of 5-year runs, right? 5-year runs is what I think you have to be the hottest, right? Because hip hop recycles, it turns over so fast, and even faster these days, right? It used to be where maybe, here's a perfect example, right? I talk about this a couple times. Ice Cube had one of the best 5-year runs ever in hip hop. He put out 3 classic albums, flawless classic albums in 5 years, and there's very few other rappers can say the same thing. But when you look down the lines, right? Young Jeezy was the hottest for about 5 years, right? Jay-Z and Drake are the only rappers to defy the 5-year rule to me. T.I. was the hottest for 5 years. Now, it doesn't mean that after the 5 years that they're not as good, they're not as relevant. Skill-wise, they're probably just as good. But to be the hottest, it's always somebody coming up on you. And because the hotness cycle recycles every 5 years.
I apologize, gentlemen, I apologize. I think we got into 2 different conversations.
No. He said a young man's game.
Listen to me, sir. Listen to me, sir. I'm talking about hip hop. You're talking about fame.
No.
Sir, you're talking about who's hot. No, sir. Listen, we're talking about who could be in hip hop, who's still relevant. Scarface can still drop. E40 still dropping. All I'm saying is there's no age limit, and
there's no age. There's no age limit.
That's all I was saying. I apologize.
I agree with you. Listen, I'm a 40-year-old rapper. I understand exactly what you're saying. But what I am saying, though, right? All the rappers that I like are older, right? So I do understand that you can.
I love Big Sean. I love Big Crit. I love Big Sean and Big Crit.
Boy, you better stop playing, bro.
Did Amon just run away from me? Did he just log off? What did I miss? What did I miss?
You just say Big Sean, bro.
Big Sean, bro.
Big Sean, bro.
Y'all don't like Big Sean? I love Big Sean.
Stop playing.
You
almost like invalidated everything that you were saying once you said Big Sean.
First off, do y'all think I care about your opinion? Mind you, know we've never agreed on anything.
I know you don't. I mean, you can be wrong and still be right at the same time.
Exactly. So the question is, so the reason I love Big Sean. This is see what you just did? All your emotion on your face. Me and my son, back when Chris started taking the ox, we're driving across the country. We're on our way to Oklahoma to see Uncle Snoop. And Chris got the ox and he's bumping. And this is when I fall in love with J. Cole because that is Chris's favorite rapper.
Saying that's Deuce's favorite rapper.
So every once in a while, somebody will come in. I'll be like, yo, who was that? He's like, oh, that's Big Sean. I said, oh, okay, that was dope. Who was that? That was Big Sean. Who was that? I said that 5 times. So my thing is, the 5 songs I heard from Big Sean were dope songs. Because you wanna know why? Because Big Sean, like Devin the Dude, I feel like he was rapping for me. He was saying exactly what I would say. So to say that the Slash brothers don't like Big Sean makes me wonder if I'm a Slash brother anymore. I just want you to know. Charles Venus, I'm sorry he's better in competition than you. I'm sorry he's competition.
He's not. And his albums aren't better than the Bel Air, nor is it better than the Bel Air 2 live from 1999 that is on all streaming platforms right now. That's not better than that. That's one thing.
And I will say this. No, he is not. You're exactly right. Bel Air 2 is killing it.
Listen, I'm on the young man thing, right?
Right.
I guess my thing is that to me, when I look at that, I do look at hip hop not in terms of skill wise and who's there, but I guess she said Big Sean and Janae Aiko are goals. This girl had a whole Big Sean face tattoo on her. And if you telling me that's your goal,
wow.
Her musically I can see
that.
Janae Aiko only, not Big Sean.
Yes, but listen, that man, she had a whole face on there that she eventually covered up. Stop playing.
Hey Marvin, you don't know me that well.
The homie Melvin the Super Soldier. He said, "Stop with that BS." That's Melvin the Super Soldier. That's my dude.
Hey man, you better inbox me so we can talk about each other's mama first.
Super Soldier, bro. Listen though, man. I think that but this is my thing though. Like here's the way I look at it though. Like I look at it like this. Like I think about it in terms of Lil Baby and Da Baby, right? I think that while there are other artists that you may like, right now, I think that most people might say Lil Baby or Da Baby were the hottest rappers. In terms of the hottest, they're the almost like they're not the face of hip hop, but they're the premier artists right now of hip hop, right? Maybe not necessarily ones that you listen to, but Lil Baby, Da Baby. But here's the thing. 5 years, right? The Lil Baby's been on mainstream now for maybe 2 years. Was when I heard. Well, I judge it based off of Drip Too Hard, right? And so here's the thing. Then it tells me in 3 more years, what has Lil Baby done in that 4 or 5 years will really tell you that now, right? You might start to look and see Lil Baby and think long term, right? Because history of hip hop and the all-time greats is always reinventing. So where is Lil Baby in a 5-year window? What material and what has he done? And even with Da Baby, same conversation, right? The Baby's been mainstream on now for maybe 3 years that I'm aware of, right? So then it's like in another 2 years, what all has the Baby done, right? What influence has he done? Whatever. So it's like the pulse. What have they done to move the needle or touch the pulse of hip hop, though, bro? And that's the hottest to me.
I say again. I think I'm in the wrong conversation. When I say hip hop, I mean reflecting a culture, and somehow we keep going to mainstream and the Baby and some stuff like that. Let me finish real fast. This ain't gonna take long. When I think of hip hop, I think Andre 3000 will step on the scene at any time and drop a lyric and everybody will jump on it. I think Erykah Badu will drop anytime. Matter of fact, I heard Lauryn Hill is about to drop. And guess what? Hip hop, the people that support hip hop are waiting to see what she's going to do. And Lauryn Hill is older than all of us. So when you say it's a young man's game, I say no, hip hop is ours, and I don't allow other people to tell me that I got to be young to be in this game. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think that's. I think we're saying different stuff, but the same thing. Meaning that this, right, Chris? Nobody is saying like Nas just dropped an album and everybody's raving about it.
Nas won his first Grammy at 40-something years old.
Because I don't play by their rules, man. I don't care about Grammys. Grammys is not. I don't use Grammys.
That's not the point. That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is here's where I'm going. I don't want to cut you off, but here's why I make this though. Even in Nas's prime, right? His 5 years as the hottest, he didn't win a Grammy. He didn't win a Grammy until he was well outside of his 5-year window.
Neither did Al Green.
Right, but
the point is
we're talking about hip hop though.
But see,
Al Green is hip hop. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Al Green is hip hop. You can't have the culture unless you got it all.
Chris, listen what I'm saying. Those great artists can drop at any time and still have an impulse on the way. But what I'm saying is music moves the culture. So it is going to be determined by whoever is the hottest at the time. That's what's going to move the culture. I'm saying is this.
Eminem's the hottest rapper?
No, he's not.
He's not.
Because there was a time that somebody told me that Eminem was the hottest rapper.
There was a time.
He was the hottest rapper. No,
right.
He was never the hottest rapper to me.
Yeah.
To where I come from, when you see Christopher Lee, there's 1,000 people behind him. You understand? The circles that I smoke in, Eminem was never the hottest rapper.
Only people
He's a good rapper.
Only people moving units is M, Pimp, Juice, and us.
But all I'm saying is moving units is different than what hip hop is. And like I say, that's why I tell you guys, I say again, I'm in the wrong conversation. We're not having the right conversation. You guys win if it's about popularity and what the world wants and what America wants. America don't want hip hop. America wants to sell money. That's all I'm saying. But if we're talking about what hip hop is,
but we're talking about even at age, though, right? Even it's why Eminem can still drop at almost 50 years old, and he still has a lot of people checking for him, even at 50. And there's still people who probably would stand by saying that Eminem is the best rapper, period, right now. Eminem is their GOAT, right? Eminem was influenced. Eminem influenced.
Wait a minute, back up. Eminem influenced hip hop.
Eminem, yes, Eminem has influence.
Yes. So how many other Eminems have we had since?
Several.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Stop, sir. So, Machine Gun Kelly. See where I'm from. Most of those people don't know who he is.
No, but
we do not allow
the question you asked, though.
You do not allow the commercial heartbeats in.
No,
you didn't ask that question.
When they, I'm just saying. I'm telling you. That's why I tell you in the wrong conversation.
MJK, right?
Okay.
Logic.
Logic. You're right. You win with Logic.
Yellow Wolf, who sounds who raps very much like there is a style that is the Eminem cadence of multi-syllable rapping that didn't exist until M started to do that style.
Name three. You name three. Is that
what's old boy that
there's Ritz. There's a Ritz, an underground rapper. Ritz. There's a lot. I mean, there's all of the white rappers.
Oh, who you boy? Your boy that was real hot with when Iggy was out.
Blind Fury is way better than Eminem. No, Blind Fury has nothing to do with Eminem. See, I don't like Melvin. Now you got a good one on me.
Not G-Eazy. Not G-Eazy.
No, Macklemore.
Macklemore sounds, yes. Macklemore got that Eminem cadence.
Cool. That's cool.
And then even if you want to, you can even tap into a little G-Eazy. G-Eazy's more laid back. But listen, Chris, what I'm trying to tell you though is there is a whole.
Whoa. I'm already log off. Did you see what they're saying in the comments? It's crazy.
She's just naming Brittany Rhodes is naming white rappers at this
Exactly, man. They're trying to hurt my feelings.
She gonna
Post
say
Malone,
Snow.
you might win.
Lil Dicky
Lil
though.
Dicky is
Lil
better
Dicky.
than Eminem.
Listen,
Lil
no.
Dicky's better than Eminem.
The style is there. The influence is there. The
Lil
influence is there.
Dicky's Lil Dicky, bro.
Charles, you don't listen to Little Dicky, bro, so you don't get to even comment on that. You don't even listen to Little Dicky.
I can hear in his freestyles that this the
Charles, you don't listen to Little Dicky.
We gotta change the subject because I don't like y'all no more. I'm about to see my shirt back.
I'm sure if you listen, I've never done it, but I'm sure if you Google Lil Dicky influences, I'm positive he'll say Eminem was one of his influences.
Charles, the only reason you're gonna get the influence comparisons because he's two white rappers.
Because he does the listen. What I'm saying is
Charles,
all of the white rappers.
You don't listen to Lil Dicky to comment on that.
Brittany said, I thought we was just naming white rappers.
Yes, listen. All of the white rappers, especially after Eminem, has that multi-syllable style rapping.
And that's how I know you don't listen to Lil Dicky. That's how I know right there.
I've heard
enough. No, you haven't, because we've had this conversation.
Lil Dicky raps more like Devin the Dude than he does Eminem.
He don't know.
Lil Dicky raps more like Devin the Dude than he
don't know. He don't know.
Lil Dicky just tells a story about something he sees. He just raps and makes a joke.
Charles,
y'all gonna make me Google
Charles, listen, Chris. I tried to tell Charles, right, that he needed to watch Dave.
Oh my God. Wait, hold on, y'all. My son's in the comments talking. I'm like, hey man, somebody block him. How did he
says
get
Lil Dicky says, listen, shout out to Lil Chris. Shout out to Lil Chris. I knew it.
Hey man, how did he get in the comments? I thought we blocked him.
Chris.
Listen, here's the thing. I told him to watch Dave because it had a feel like Atlanta, and he didn't want to believe me.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love
Chris, Dave, bro.
Hey, and Chris, you know what? You're not getting no gas money this week, smart mouth. Yeah, now, smart mouth.
Oh my God.
Hey man, what's the next topic? I think. Hey, what we ain't even.
It's over. It's over.
It's over. We ain't get to talk about these adults falling and making a fool of themselves.
Listen, it's Friday, bro. We gonna show videos and everything, bro.
No, listen, you know, I don't know if I'll be with y'all Friday. I got a funk Friday.
Since you gonna be here, let's talk about this real quick. Real quick.
All right, let's get it.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. I was so proud of the milk crate challenge, bro. I love everything about it, bro. I swear to God. Like this is the thing that's crazy. You can you. There's only a few things that you can tell me that's blacker than the milk crate challenge, bro. What is the last thing you've seen that's blacker than a bunch of black people who found where the hell they found these milk crates? Because I don't know where you can just buy milk crates.
No, but they steal milk crates. I know that's how we got them.
They got the milk crates. They're usually set up in the hood, right? It's usually only all these black people around, and we're all there treating this like this is an Olympic event. Like I thought, like I was so proud of it. Like I felt like I was watching the Olympics, though, bro. It was.
They call it the Black Olympics. That's the subtitle.
I love everything about it, man.
So here's the thing, bro. I had to call one of my white friends and apologize because my thing was like I'm used to seeing white people do crazy stuff, right?
Yes.
When I saw this, bro, and the way these boys were scorpioning,
oh my God,
Walmart's cashing in.
I've never seen so many black people fall these ways ever, bro, in my life. So, like I've seen some weird things.
I did research on the milk crate because I was seeing it on my timeline, but I didn't see any video, so I didn't know what it was. So I did research today, and I was very surprised to see that we were the ones doing it. And it wasn't just we, it was me. It looked like my friends.
Yes.
It looked like my friends.
Our age.
It wasn't kids. It was 40-year-old men.
Listen.
It looked like Charles, I think I seen you do it. Charles, you did the milk crate challenge.
The blackest thing ever about the milk crate challenge, right? Is somebody on the sideline trying to coach them, trying to tell them how to do it, and they ain't never did it.
Never done it before.
Say that, bro.
I said, bro,
hey, if that ain't it, look, there's the Judas. Come here, Judas. Hey, come here, little Judas.
Look, why they be smoking up?
Why they on your knees, you little tall asshole?
Look, what's going on?
Get down. They can't see you.
He said, I just want to say, Lil Dicky fucking sucks.
That's my junior, everybody. That's what I spent all my hard-earned money on.
Listen, My thing is, right, it's not even so much that they coaching them, but they be making up rules at the same time. Like,
you can't touch it. You can't touch it.
You can't touch it. You're not allowed to touch it. Like,
listen, it is brilliant, bro. Listen, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you, bro. Like, listen, think about this. There was a guy who got all the way up to the top while he was rolling the blunt. And when he got to the top, he was celebrating like everybody was like crazy. Like, you did it for us. He walks down, finishes rolling this on up though, bro. And then he walks on out, and everybody, he's the hood hero, bro. I was
he's like, my hero, and I didn't even see it. I like it.
I saw a girl walk up here in heels.
I seen that.
At least 4 inches goes on up there and does that thing. And it was like, I saw a dude go up to the top, and he's wobbling. And then just as soon as he takes the step to come down, everything starts collapsing. And he starts to jump down while they're collapsing like it's a movie. Like you would have thought he was on some jungle adventure, the way these crates is falling. And then he walks down, right? And after he gets down, everybody's hyped. He runs and go and busts a tuck and does a clean layout, bro. Listen, nothing has made me happier over the last day.
They have a video of 23 hours of just the crate challenge, bro.
I can watch every single one of them, and I never get tired of them. I hope
I'm already doing it. I'm late for work. I'm already watching.
Let me see. Let me show you this real quick.
I saw somebody fall and hit a chest full of milk crates, bro. Like, I was like, bro. Hold on.
Man, tell you guys right now, I didn't know what I was going to watch. When I seen this, I looked this up yesterday and today. I said, this is what people have been talking about? And my knee started hurting just as I was watching it. You understand me? I seen a brother fall on his back.
Yes.
He fell on. I thought we was about to show the video. What happened?
No. I was showing you that what.
Okay. I thought you was about to show a video.
No, you keep talking.
Yeah, okay.
Listen, let me tell you what's funny about it. Okay, so this is how black it was. It was so black, right? So black that I even saw white people gentrifying it. I saw white people trying the milk crate challenge. What are we? It came. I mean, I saw some white people at a gym. A dude walks all the way up there, gets on the top, and does some curls with like some 25-pound weights, and then walks down. I saw a lady that looked like she was in LA trying to go on up, and she fell just like all the black people fell. But it was brilliant. I said it's the most blackest thing I've seen in quite some time, though, bro. Love everything about it.
Hey, challenges, right? What is it about challenges? TikTok, I think, became famous off challenges.
Yep.
I wonder, how can we make challenges positive? There we go. What do we do? And look, it's like he's playing Jenga. It's like he's got to make the right step. You understand? He's making it. What the hell?
Listen, everybody knows what's going to happen. They're just waiting.
That's Blueface too.
Oh, is that who that was?
Let's see it. Oh, Blueface, go Blueface!
Right on. Get it.
Go Blueface! Go Blueface!
Hit him with it.
Look at how happy. Listen,
I appreciate that, right?
Look at how happy his people are, bro.
There were not enough issues.
Oh no, hold on.
Listen, man.
Hey. Do we close it out? How much time we got left, gentlemen?
This is the last one, and then we'll close it out.
All right. Oh, look, that's me. Look, that looked like me.
Look at you, Chris.
That looked like me.
Get out, Chris.
Hey, first off, I'm about to fall. Look, I'm about to fall.
Chris, that ain't you. You ain't got that much.
Oh, that's me all day.
You ain't got that kind of stuff. You say
that's me. Oh, I'm big. They call me Fat Bone. I used to be Boney. I'm Fat Bone.
Get on up there, Chris.
Come on, baby. You got it.
Bro.
Come on, man. You got it, bro. Don't be scared.
Get on up there, Chris.
Come on, man. Ooh, what's her name?
You see how they trying to hype him up? How you say it?
He thinking hard about this, man. Listen, this boy does not want to get up there, man. They is hyping this boy. They piping him up. Get on up there, Chris.
Do they get paid after this? Is somebody paying him?
Get on up there, Chris.
Hey man, somebody got to show me some titties when I come down. I'll tell you that. He busted his mouth. That's how I got my go-to. I think I remember that day. I got a gold-tooth right after that. I lost the tooth.
You wasn't even at the apex. You fell coming down, backing out of it, bro.
Hey, Brittany, you better film it. You better film it.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you right now, Brittany, if you don't want to go to, don't back out. Keep going. I gotta go to. I gotta go to that day. I backed out.
I don't know where they're getting these. If people are actually going and buying these milk crates, if there is some DJs who just got a bunch of records laying on the floor somewhere. But listen, it is brilliant. Like I'm telling you, it is the black.
Talking about you.
I've always only associated milk crates with people putting up milk crate basketball hoops in the hood. That was it.
I'm coming to
Slash
report
brother Mark Nurse said that. Slash brother Mark Nurse said, y'all out here wasting good basketball.
Good basketball hoops though, bro. So listen, man. I've been tagged in them. I never. It's like I watched a brand new one all over again. Though,
yeah, I got the YouTube video. Like I said, it's 23 hours long of nothing but crate challenges, bro.
Ace, you might as well go ahead and do it. I done already busted your head with the chair.
Don't you do it?
I ain't doing it, bro.
I'm gonna talk about
you. For it, Ace.
Ace, if you do it, I'm gonna talk about you 44 years. You know,
listen,
I still owe you for posting that picture when I was asleep when we was driving to San Antonio. I still owe you. So
hey, that is my favorite picture of all time, bro.
Every time me and Ace get to arguing on Facebook, you know what he does? He throws that picture up because he knows I'm gonna leave.
What's that? The one that you sleep in the car?
Yes, man.
Oh my gosh, bro! You get
so
some good sleep on that. I knew which one you was.
Only thing worse than that is when you did this. That's why I'm gonna fight both of y'all. Y'all take two of the worst moments in my life. You know,
hey,
that's why y'all ain't got no hair. God don't like y'all. God don't like ugly. That's why y'all ain't got no hair.
He said we was out. God said we was already. He said we was killing it too much. He had to give y'all a chance, bro. He said, "Nah, y'all killing too much now. Let me make it fair."
Hey man,
gotta get on out of here, fellas.
This was a great show, fellas. I hope we did you well, Brittany, on your question. I encourage everyone else to bring questions in the sidelines. Email us, inbox Chief. That's Charles Venus. The questions that you may want us to discuss. And if you want to see the great bad guy, just say, hey, I would love to hear bad guy talk about how cute I am. And I will do that, okay? For a small fee. For a small, I can't
Charlie, what you got for the rest of the week, brother?
Man, for the rest of this week, bro, I'm trying to get me I think we may get some rain. I hopefully don't. I got to get me like at least 2 runs in here, man. I'm starting another city league out. Me and some of the guys, since we've been bragging about getting this championship ring out here, we had a couple of other dudes who wanted to join the team. So now I got like 6 new players on the team that we own, though, bro. So we going back out to Swanee to avenge the loss that we had before COVID, though, man. So I gotta get me like 2 more good runs in, though, man, and then we'll be back at it on Sunday.
Yeah. More studio stuff, like I was saying this week. Also, shout out to Layla. Layla was killing it today. She from what I understand, scored the last 7 points in her volleyball game, and she's the captain of the team. So yeah, she out here doing big things.
It's fire.
Amen. So to all my Dayton area, Cincinnati, Columbus people, we are Funkin' Friday this Friday. But it's actually a test run for my birthday celebration, September 10th. So you come on out to this Funk Friday. We're going to have a good time. We're going to do what we do. But it's really just going to be a test run. So you're going to come on out, just have a good time and laugh and joke. That's what we're going to be doing. Charles Venus, I showed Chris the highlight of the last show. And you know the first thing he told, because his partners was here, he said, you see, that's my Uncle Charles. I haven't played him since I've been great. I owe him an ass whooping. So, Chief, don't sleep. Chris is on his way. He is thinking about you. He plans to dunk on you, bro.
I will make sure. I will be sure to give him my address. I will give it to him through whatever way he needs to contact me.
Hey, bro.
He should have my number. He should have my Facebook Messenger.
You are literally like a nemesis. I didn't even know it. It came out of nowhere.
Because I know he was targeting me like this now, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was so surprised because any other time I mention your name, he loves you. But in front of his homeboys, he said, "You see that? That's my Uncle Charles."
I never backed down.
When I was 14, because Chris goes all the way back and said when I was 14, he was making fun of me because I was just playing with grown men, and he was making fun of me, and he don't know how good I am now, and I'm gonna dunk on his head. So
and it didn't help that he saw me out there banging on them boys too. Hey,
it's motivation. It's motivation. So I want to give you that heads up.
Boys out there then though. Yes.
Fellas, thank you for having me as always.
Yes,
Virgos all day, September 11th, please.
September 3rd. Virgo.
Come on, man.
Hey,
Charles is the only one that doesn't
wait.
fit. Mark Nurse, you should be on here.
All right, bro. Here go that music.
Let's do it, man. Virgos. They be talking bad about Virgos, bro.
Hey, they should. They should.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast.
If you smell what the rock is cooking.